All right, we're back. I'm Professor Horn, and this is Professor
Groves.
Yes,
Ancient China.
China. What do
Yeah.
you know about China? What are we looking at?
I know
Coach?
that this is the end of 8.2. The end.
The end.
The end.
Yeah, well, it's really just some of 8.2. But according to Alabama,
Yeah.
we stop here. Hey, can I get like a skateboard or something and go up here to the top of this and slide down? Could I do that?
I wonder what that looks like on. Look, if I could hit that.
Man, you are always about you're ignoring my
So
question.
this is the great. This is the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's make China great again.
So England, France had kings. Egypt had pharaohs, and ancient China had emperors. And these
Hey,
emperors.
You logged into this?
Yeah, see this. See the little timer right
It's
here on the
working.
screen?
Are we a family?
No.
Are we a family? Who's in
Nope.
charge?
No, I don't even
That's
like
like this means who's ever in charge of the family, right?
I don't even like you.
The dynasty. The dynasty?
No.
No.
Dynasty.
This is going to be a day of corrections.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Groves is going to be correcting me a lot. And he still may be wrong, and I may be wrong. But in the end, you're going to learn something. That's what it's all about.
Dynasty.
The dynasties. Let's look at the many dynasties, or one of the dynasties. The earliest dynasty, let's say it on three. Ready? One. Click the button. Click the button. Come on. Two. Oh, that's the wrong one, but it doesn't work. All right. So it all
Three.
Okay.
Shang.
The SHANG.
Shang.
Shang. Tomato.
No.
Tomato. Oh, here we go. So
Shang.
this is a river valley civilization. Here is the river, and Coach Groves is going to pronounce it for us. We'll call it the.
I don't remember the Wangji.
It's say it the way it's spelled. You always remember how it's spelled. So I say the Hung He. He says the Zhongzhe. You go listen to a guy on YouTube, he's going to say it a different way. But in America, we call it the Yellow River.
That's right.
We don't miss that out. All right,
The
so
Yellow River.
it is the river that you need to know. There are a couple, just like in Mesopotamia, Tigris, Euphrates. In Egypt, we have the Nile.
Yeah.
And then India, the Indus. Here is the Yellow River. All right, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the two most important rivers in ancient China is the Yellow River and the Long River. And so this is going to be the very first one. So the Zhongji, also called the Yellow River, they did engage in some trade with South and Southeast Asia. So water system, use the river, trade goods, develop a society. Remember, this is ancient river valley civilizations.
So why, Coach, in your many classes of college and great depth of knowledge, why would they call it the Yellow River?
Because it was yellow.
Don't drink yellow water. If you see the yellow water sitting there, don't you do that to yourself. Don't do that. Yes. All right. So, Yellow River. Here we go. So there is a map of it. China. This is the river that's the first civilization or dynasty, we should say, that we know about will develop right there. So China, Mongolia above that. I love some Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah,
We'll
they're on the way down. They're coming.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
So this is a river that they fell in love with day in and day out.
Yeah.
Yes, it had good things and bad. This would be, you couldn't navigate that.
No.
I might try to go over with it on a kayak. I don't know. That's a major hydraulic down there. I get you stuck. Yes. All right. But this is also the Yellow River. This is great to navigate. And you can move around in and out of the mainland of China. And now let's meet the first dynasty that we know about, I think. Yes, the Shang. Let me sing you a song. Here we go. Shang Zhao Jin Hun, Shang Zhao Jin Hun, sweet hang song, Yao Ming Qing Republic, Mao Zedong dang, Mao Zedong dang. Yes! You just heard like all of Chinese leadership, starting with its first dynasty that we know about. This
is the first dynasty that we know about because they had written records. There is a dynasty that there is no written record of that's gone into legend. I can't even remember the name of that dynasty, but they predate the Shang dynasty.
That's right.
But anyways, so as far as history is concerned, written down information, the Shang Dynasty right here, or as Coach Horn says it here in Alabama, the Shang Dynasty. So the earliest Chinese dynasty to leave records, the key element of this period was the use of bronze metallurgy and iron working. Central control was needed to oversee irrigation along the Zhongji River.
All right.
Central control. What might that be, Coach Horn?
That would be you would have a small group of people, sometimes headed by one person, that would tell everybody else how to lead or how to live their life. And water's so important, so they were really in charge of irrigation. The metallurgy here. Now, let's think of some things that they would make. Can you think of anything? So they would make things for fighting, so spears and things out of bronze and iron. All right, something that a horse would pull would be a big one. This made them really good at battle.
Chariot.
The chariot. Coach, you seemed really enthusiastic about there.
The chariot.
Yes. All right. Good deal. All right. Shang Dynasty. There's a little introduction to the Shang Dynasty. Yes. All right. Check it out. Any idea? Look at all these different colored. What are those? They're pipes. Yeah. This is modern day water going through these pipes from the Yellow River. Yes. And if you look on the top over here on the top right, check it out. They are irrigating, they're farming, again, from the Shang River. So the same thing's happening still all the way up to today. Look at those beautiful pipes. Why don't we make our pipes like that around here?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. I wish they'd make them pretty. I like beautiful things. Can you tell me something that's beautiful in your life?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh. So many things. There's too many, huh? Yes. Yes. BEA. Beautiful. Let us roll. All right. Tell us more.
During the Shang period, many walled cities arose, but this is not when they made the Great Wall, is it?
No, the Great Wall will not come until we get to the Zhao, or he'll call it the Zhou Shang Zhao, which it comes after this. We start building the Great Wall at that time over many different dynasties. What we're looking at right here is it says elaborate palaces and tombs. This is what's left over from the Shang Dynasty. We go back and look at these many different levels and things they have. And what's really cool is the architecture from that time period they still use today. And I'll show you a little bit about that right now. Let's see what we have. Yeah, this with the curved roofs. Yes, that is Shang. That's Shang. Now, when we get to Zhao, they kind of keep it too. So it depends on what you look at. But check it out. Pretty cool. Kind of blurry, though, isn't it?
It is.
Do you think they did that on purpose?
No.
I don't know. I don't know. Chill. All right. So let's go on from the Shang. What do you think? What in the world? Talking to the gods. How do you talk to your God, Coach? We pray. Yes. Well, they would go to
Lord,
a person.
Please help Coach Horn talk in a lower decibel.
They would go to a person called an oracle. An oracle was typically an old person who they thought could actually communicate with the ancestors and the gods, the many gods. That means they're polytheistic. But they would use, what would they use?
Bones.
They'd use the bones.
So when we always talk about the class or caste system or the estate system in each society. So this is our religious class, right?
Yes, this would be a one group inside of that pyramid or that social ladder in the Shang dynasty, which will change as we move through the dynasties. But notice, look at it. They'll use bones. They actually take, like, this looks like a turtle shell to me. Mm-hmm. And they go and they would like light it on fire. They throw it in fire and it would crack a certain way. And if you come over here and look in this middle right here, depends on how it cracks. That's how they would actually read it and predict the future. We should try that. You think this might work? Let's go get us a turtle and find out. What do you think? Let's go. I don't know. Pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's what they did. They talked to the gods through oracle bones.
Not a good idea.
All right, what are we looking at, Coach?
Oh, social hierarchy is what we're looking at. So before the Shang dynasty, life was matrilineal. And under Shang women, matrilineal. What is that?
This is the day of corrections, guys.
Yeah. What is that?
I say matrilineal. You can say matrilineal. 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 That's quite the tongue. Look. So it starts with the M. That's what it's really all about. So at the beginning of the Shang dynasty, not super important, but no. that the women were typically in charge. Time goes on, men are tired of it, and they find out they're physically stronger, and they'll change this to a. You want to show them the next slide?
Mm-hmm.
All right, a patrilineal or a patriarchal situation, which puts who in charge?
Daddy.
Yes, Big Daddy over here. That's right. Puts the men in charge. Now look at this diagram on your own as we stare at you for 5 seconds. Ready? All right, Coach, tell us what you see here. You see the father in charge, and then who would be below that?
The mother.
All right, so let's say that the father dies, Coach. What would happen to the mother?
She would have to be subordinate under the child.
Yes, the next eldest male. So if the father had a brother his dad was still alive, they would be in charge. But the men were always in charge. Doesn't matter their age. What else do we see here that's worth looking at? Anybody? They have a type of marriage under the law. And yeah, that's good. So the families are seen is very important here. Awesome. Patrilineal, I think of Papa. Matrilineal, I think of Mama. All right.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. This is the big stuff. This is what it's all about. Give me 5. Fire it up. Here we go. So, like I sang his song earlier, I sang all the different, dynasties. He is suffering here. He needs to pop some pills. And anyways, yes. Well, they did not literally have a problem with the rise of a new dynasty in charge. So after the SHANG or the SHANG, all right, there will be another dynasty called the Zhao come after them. And they typically believe, and they believe this, they truly believe it, that God, you see this, where'd it go? This will be mandated from heaven. So God is the one saying, look, SHANG, you're not taking care of the people no more. It's time for you to, look right down here, lose power. Okay, because we're going to get somebody in there that can take care of the people. Divine approval or heavenly or God's approval is going to end. That's called the mandate of heaven. Okay, check it out. That looks like you. That looks like you a little bit. Look at that cute little nose. Let me touch that nose. Yeah. All right, that's right. Oh, here we go. So this goes into a little bit more about the mandate of heaven. Would you like to elaborate on this?
Yeah, basically what it means, guys, is that an emperor would be an extension to God or the gods. So you cannot question the emperor, because to question the emperor, you would be questioning God. Yeah.
What if that emperor lost a battle?
Then I guess God's deemed it okay. And it's time. The gods have chosen a new dynastical era.
So it's like a cycle, a dynasty cycle. We could call it the dynasty cycle. Yeah. What do you think? The dynastic cycle is what it was called. Yes, it is the rise and fall of the many great emperors of China. Yes, here it is. The old dynasty would mess up, and then they would lose that mandate of heaven, and problems would take place, and a new dynasty would come about. And a new dynasty goes around and around, and we'll have many.
I do think it's important that we try our very, very best to pronounce these words correctly. I just YouTubed ZHOU dynasty that Coach keeps bringing up.
Sounds like Bugs Bunny.
Okay, let's talk about the Zhou dynasty.
The Zhou dynasty. All right, here we go. So we're looking at the Zhou, not dynasty yet, but anyway, so dynastic cycle. Yep. Understand mandate of heaven and the dynastic cycle.
How long did this cycle go on in China, Coach? I mean, this is...
It'll go all the way up until they'll actually become a republic. Actually, yes.
We're talking about the 1900s, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
These dynasties lasted for thousands of years.
Yes, and that takes us all the way to the next dynasty after the Shang. So Shang Zhao Qin Han, or how would you sing it?
I don't remember.
Shang Joel Qin. All right. Anyways, there you go, guys. So this is where we're going to end. The Zhao dynasty leads us into what is it again? Zhou's dynasty.
How do you pronounce this word right here, Coach?
Taoism.
Wrong. Taoism.
Taoism.
It's the correction day, baby.
Potato. And say, no reason to be offended, everybody.
That's
we all
exactly
love each
right.
other.
We're going to mess it up.
We're all good to each other.
A Chinese dynasty, traditionally dated 1122 to 221 BC, characterized by great intellectual achievements. We're talking about the Zhou dynasty, including the rise of Confucianism and Taoism, and the writing of the oldest known Chinese literature.
That's right.
That's
And
gonna
we'll
be
get
good
on
stuff.
that. We call that, let's start classical China. We'll get
Yeah.
to that. Let's thumb wrestle. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
Come on.
Trigger finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, he's a cheater. You can't pronounce things right, and he's a cheater. You guys are awesome. Stay amazing. We'll see you on the flip side. We are out of here. I'm Professor Horn, and that's Professor Groves. Ah!